Lag when playing is a problem that will certainly make your performance decrease and become worse. Because I have experienced this often, I have collected some tips for those of you who often experience lag when playing. Lag can occur due to many factors, in my case generally because the internet speed is unstable at certain times. But sometimes it can also happen because of the server, although it is rare, it has happened. For example, when there are too many players online at the same time, which often happens during the Christmas and New Year holidays. This will of course make the server work harder and cause several problems such as lag, even being disconnected from the game and not even being able to log in. Other causes of lag can also occur due to your device, such as low specifications, driver problems, overheating, RAM problems, and many others related to your device. For this problem you have to find out for yourself so you can fix it. If you already know your game will have problems and lag, my advice is not to play, because it will be a bad moment, you won't get any fun and you might even get annoyed. To find out you can check your ping. And for you to know I play on 2 servers, the first is the Asian server according to my region, the ping is very good as you can see. That is if everything is normal. The second server is EU, and as you can see the ping is much different. But in my experience as long as the ping is still below 200 then the game will still run smoothly. What you see is better than before, where I had 3 server choices, and only one had a ping above 200. And in the past, when I first played on the EU server, this is what happened, there was only one server option with a ping below 200, and it wasn't constant. Every few moments the ping will go up like this. It would be better if I found out early while still in the garage because I definitely wouldn't be playing. But often it happens when I'm in the middle of a battle. So the point is to pay attention to your server. It's best to play on a server that is recommended according to your region, because that means the server position is the closest to your device. If there is no special goal, there is no need to play on another server like I did. Because the further the server is from your device, the higher or worse your ping will be. Next, what needs to be done if lag occurs suddenly, even though previously it was smooth, and this often happens. Problems like this generally occur due to connection problems or an unstable and down internet network, and this is what I often experience. This usually happens during peak hours, such as times when many internet users are active. For example, at my house, in the afternoon when everyone in my house is active with their gadgets, that is the time when my games often lag. That's just one example because there are many other things that can cause internet speed to drop suddenly at certain times. So what can we do if we want to play at times that usually lag? I personally usually start playing with a low tier, or play SPG to find out whether my game will lag or not. The reason is that when playing with low tier we don't have too much difficulty penetrating enemy vehicles, and we can use auto aim. Especially if we use a vehicle with good mobility, then we can maneuver and target the side or rear of the enemy vehicle. As long as the lag isn't too bad, of course. When playing with a high tier and suddenly there is lag, the results will be much worse, especially if we play using a heavy tank. Because we know that to be able to penetrate enemy tanks we need to target their weak points. It's almost impossible because we can't even aim properly. So if you often experience lag problems when playing, then it's best not to play high tier. At least try playing low tier first for testing and see if your game runs smoothly and there are no problems such as lag and so on. Or you can also play with SPG, which is much easier even when lagging. I think it can be said that lag doesn't really matter when playing with SPG, because when aiming at a moving enemy, we still have to guess where the enemy will move in the next 2 seconds. And this is similar to lag in that there is a delay of about 2 or 3 seconds for the shell to reach the target. Next, for certain cases, you can do the following if the lag occurs suddenly and is quite bad. I've done this often and it works for me. The way is to close the game, and if you open another window then close them all. But before that you need to pay attention that your tank's position is quite safe, and there are no enemies near you. Because this process takes about 1 minute, so make sure that within that 1 minute your tank will be safe and not destroyed. After exiting the game, log in immediately, and try as fast as you can. And you can see for yourself this is what happened next. My game ran quite smoothly and didn't lag like before. If you think this might be a coincidence and not convincing enough, I have another video using the same method, and the lag is much worse. Even though the ping is not very high, you can see what is happening on the screen, and when playing I also felt it very clearly. When I wanted to maneuver to the right or left and press a key on the keyboard, the game didn't respond immediately, and there was a very noticeable delay. This will definitely affect my performance if I continue playing in this condition, and fortunately I already know how to deal with it, using the previous method. And you can see the results for yourself. This is what happened next after I closed the game and logged back in. You can see that until the end there is no more lag. Although I'm not sure what exactly happened, but it's likely caused by the game having been open for too long. Usually I always leave my game open for hours even though I'm not playing. Sometimes I watch movies on the second screen, or do other things like Googling, creating text, editing videos and so on, and my game remains open. So whether it's a RAM problem or overheating or some other problem, I'm not too sure. But what is clear is that closing the game and logging in again can solve the lag problem in my game. Maybe some of you are more experts on this and can explain it in more detail in the comments column. And if you have other ways, I would also be very happy to receive the information, and maybe it will be useful for me and other players. Hopefully this video can be useful for those of you who are experiencing the same problem as me. But if the lag still occurs after doing this and is quite bad, then my advice is don't play until your problem is known and resolved. Because apart from being bad for you personally, it will also affect your team, and that might be one of the causes of defeat.